In China, the young people are saving their money in gold. If they have extra money, they go buy gold in some form or another. One form that's popular are these little gold beads. Think about that, man. A gold bead is just a little fraction of an ounce of gold, so it's affordable if you in dollar terms you had maybe a couple hundred extra per month that you could save. You couldn't afford a whole ounce or even a quarter ounce, but you could afford a little bead, and you just got to keep it safe. And a nice little bead like that is real easy to hide if you got people around who might be thieves, if the government knocks on the door, communist government, wants to inspect your house for some reason. You swallow one of those little beads, you know, pass it through your system, expel it the next day, and you still got that wealth. So, gold, man. Gold is the safe haven, and the kids in China, they figured this out, and the young adults in China, and now the gold rush has begun. And the thing about China is they got a lot more working people who have excess income than we have in America. There's a lot of people in China and they're savers. So the gold price is being pulled up, and there's nothing any of us can do about it here in the West. I bought that coin that I mentioned in a recent video, that Liberty Eagle pre 1933. But that was it for me, man. Right now, I'm focusing on improving my cash position because I have bills that get paid in cash, fixed bills that won't change even if inflation changes. So I need a certain amount of cash on hand, and I want to just make sure I got a little more than what I got right now. But I'm holding my gold, I'm holding my silver, and my other investments, some of which I've talked about on this channel that no one watches. It's a shame you guys don't, if you had invested in gold this year, you'd be doing a lot better than investing in bonds or stocks, if you, most stocks. But we're just getting started, man. I mean, this gold rush is only just beginning. We haven't seen a panic in the West yet. The thing people are going to figure out when the panic hits in the West is that they can't control the gold price either. And, all this gold bullion in the West is filling up the retailers and the wholesalers, and it's going back to the refineries. It's getting melted down, it's getting shipped to the East. And in the East, the retail market looks different. It looks like gold jewelry, gold beads, some coins, but more jewelry. And they don't need the coins that we have out here, so they melt them down. That means Western gold coins That's what, when the panic starts in the West, that's what people are going to want to get. And they're going to figure out these things have all been fucking melted down. And all the people who were holding silver or gold to make a short term gain because they didn't really understand the markets and they didn't understand the dollar was doomed, well, they already sold their silver to get $28 for it and feel like they made a winning trade. So there's just not going to be much available. Uh, and we're going to get to a point where the retail demand in America is going to shift to the jewelry market because there won't be any coins available. And even though there's a high markup in the West on jewelry, people will just pay it because they're panicking. They're going to want to buy anything that's going to hold its value, but those things will stop. People are going to stop selling them. The economy is going to grind to a halt, and people are going to be a couple weeks away from starvation. So this is what my book was about: human discourse. I propose a freaking bunch of ideas about how we could move forward, restart the economy, and rebuild it from the ground up to eventually build a pretty amazing world that will be revealed in partial in my upcoming novel, where I've tried to paint a picture of a world within the parameters that freedom will give us. But I'm not going to be able to imagine all the innovations that millions or billions, depending how many survive the collapse, working in a free market can come up with. So the actual world will probably be a lot more mind blowing than my book, but my book will give people some feel of what freedom would feel like, of what a free world might feel like, and what it might look like, and how things might work. So there's also a plot, there's also a romance, there's also character arcs, there's my best attempt at writing well, or there will be. I mean, it's still a work in progress. Haven't been able to work on it much recently because I've been so busy with taxes, but we are about to hit our deadline on Monday, so I'm hoping I'll be able to really hit it hard and get it published soon. With that, you guys have a good evening.